Hi guys, welcome to another video. I am a luxury YouTuber. I put out videos about luxury, handbags, accessories, styling, trends, all of those things. So when you guys come to this channel, what is it that you want? What do you expect? What is it that you don't like? Well, I'm telling you that the bigger my channel has grown, the more that has changed and exponentially changed. So what on earth am I talking about? Let's get going. So let's start with, what is the reason that I started my YouTube channel? Did I start my channel in order to make money, to find a community of people, to get views, to get subscribers, to help people, to help myself? Why did I start my channel? Well, I started my channel basically as therapy for myself. I went through a really bad time. I won't go through all of the details. I went through a really bad time and I walked away from my 30-year career as an accountant. And when I walked away, I did not know what I was going to do with my life. I felt very vulnerable. I felt very lost. I felt very worried. And I decided within a day or two of walking out of my job that I was just going to put a video onto YouTube. Now, I never thought for 1 second that video or that starting a channel was something that was going to in effect become my I don't know if you class it as my living, because I don't make a living from YouTube, but I didn't see it as a career change. What I saw was that I obviously had something inside of me that needed an outlet, and I was feeling in such a bad way that I needed to make some changes in my life. And one of those was to be courageous, find that just that tiny little bit of courage to put myself out there and to just do something for me that nobody would expect me to do even. And it wasn't for anybody else, it was for me. And I've been watching these types of videos for such a long time, and that is how I got to know all these wonderful women, which we will come on to. Hang fire, because I'm going to talk about all of my friends. So trigger warning for you guys that don't like that. So I'd watched all these videos for years and years, and there was something in me that just thought, I want to have a go at that. And I found that little bit of courage to try. Now, that could be hailed as a bit of therapy. It could be, well done for you for putting yourself out there and not worrying about what other people might think and all of those things. Or it could be perceived as, oh, you're trying to do X, Y, and Z. Well, whatever you guys think are my reasons, you guys don't know me. You only see the bit of me that I choose to show on the internet. So in answer to the question, why did I start my channel? I started it as a way of an outlet, as therapy. I obviously needed to release whatever I needed to release. I needed the outlet, but I wanted to find some like-minded people who understood this crazy world that I'm in, of loving all these wonderful things and not thinking I'm completely bonkers, or whether I'm frivolous or materialistic or all those things that people judge you for. I just wanted to find a space where I could be me. And I also wanted to then build a space, because as soon as I started doing it, I started realising there's other people like me out there. So I wanted to build a community, and that's what I have done, and I am so proud of that. And I hope that that builds and builds and builds, because I love it. I love the fact that you guys are watching, and when you comment to me and you tell me that I've brightened your day, or that you've looked forward to my video, or that I think one lady was saying that while she's doing other jobs in the house, she puts me on in the background, and I just think I just love the thought of you guys in your real world getting on with your daily life, but that I'm a little part of that. I think it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So my reasons for doing YouTube have changed over the 2 and a bit years that I've been doing this. It started off as therapy for me. It is still therapy for me because I love doing this. There is nothing better for me than sitting in front of this camera right now and talking to you guys. I absolutely love the whole process of YouTube, and that hasn't changed over those years. I love the filming, I love the editing, I love the creative side of it. I love the thinking of ideas and the mind mapping. It's given me so many skills. It's given me, I don't know, some structure in a world where I had gone from a 30-year career of being an accountant, which is super, super stressful and high pressure and just relentless up here, noise going on, to suddenly having none of that. So this has given me some structure, some focus, a bit of a routine, something to be accountable for. It's given me a lot. I've also learned obviously the skills of filming, lighting. I'm still trying to work out the lighting, and obviously creating things, and there's so many skills to do with editing and sound and lighting and everything else. So it's brought a lot to my world. It's also brought a lot of downsides, but they're definitely not massive downsides. And honestly, the upsides of this massively outweigh the negativity. And honestly, the negativity will only be let in if I let it in. But I wanted to address this because I had quite a few comments on one of my recent videos regarding my relentless chat about my friends on YouTube. Now, I have made some amazing friends on YouTube, either just through social media, or actually meeting people in the flesh who have then become so important to me. So all of those people that you guys, you probably all follow, you may have even found me via their channels, because they are all, most of them are much more successful than I am on YouTube. So I'm sure you know who they all are, but they are really good friends of mine. And because they are really good friends, and because we're in the same space, we do talk about each other a lot, because one, they are part of my world every day. So when somebody is part of your world, you do tend to talk about them. Secondly, because we are all in the same space, we are all doing the same thing, it is relevant to talk about them to you guys because they're part of the whole community. And thirdly, we all support each other. So if we talk about each other and link each other and talk about somebody else's video, hopefully we're just helping the whole community. Now, it's not a very contrived, oh, we must mention and link this person and everything else, but naturally we do talk about each other, and therefore we link each other, and hopefully, as I say, the community will thrive. However, it does really annoy some people. Now, it is the vast majority, actually, I don't think mind it because they don't mention it, but there's a small minority who get really upset by it. So it led me to think, okay, what do I do as a content creator? Am I making content for you guys? Am I making content for me? Is it a mixture? How do I come up with my ideas? How do I decide what to mention, what not to mention? What can I do, guys, that is going to please every single one of you, but also will help build my channel? Because, of course, I want to grow my channel. Why wouldn't I not want to grow? It's something I'm really passionate about. And I think that comes to the whole crux of this, is I cannot please every single one of you. And therefore, I can't even try to please every single one of you, because it is impossible. And I spent my life as a people pleaser, trying to please everybody around me. And what you do find in life is that you don't please anybody generally, because you're not being your authentic self if you do that. So all I can do on here is be my authentic self, and I come up with ideas that I think are interesting, and therefore I hope that you guys think they are interesting. And of course I want to please every single one of you. I want my audience to love my content, of course I do. But you are all individuals. You are all loving certain things and not loving other things. So there are going to be times where something rubs you up the wrong way, or I don't know, you don't enjoy something that I put out there, and that is quite normal. But I just have to stay true to myself and put out, as I say, content that I really want to put out. If I am interested in it, hopefully it will come across as interesting to you guys. If I'm putting content out because I'm trying to please somebody, then it won't feel authentic to me, and therefore it won't come across as authentic. So there are things that I know are going to, certain of my audience will not like, but I cannot change that, because if I swap and change to suit that certain person's opinion on something, then somebody else won't like that, and then I'll get the comment of, oh, you're changing, you're not, that's not who you used to be, and everything else. So all I can say is that there are times where I will do something and I'll have some people tell me that they love what I'm doing and I need to do more of it. And then I have on the same video people telling me that I shouldn't be doing that, I should be doing something else, or that isn't something I should be talking about. So I know I cannot win. I know I cannot win, no matter what. For example, if I do a lot of very similar content, I do get comments that, oh, you're regurgitating the same things over and over. You guys have to remember, I am coming up with ideas all the time, but I am committed to doing 3 videos every single week. And so far, I don't think I've missed a week in nearly 2.5 years. That is a lot of content to come up with that is going to be original and interesting and everything else. There are going to be some things that feel a little bit samey, because we are talking about a certain niche. And of course, there's only so many things that I can come up with. I do my best to think of things that are interesting. Of course I do. But if I put the same type of content out, I get a group of people who say, oh, I love your content. It's so organic and it's so down to earth. You haven't changed anything since the beginning. It's so good. I then get another group of people who are very upset with me for putting out very samey content, and can you not do something different? It's just too much of the same. So then if I try something new, not because you guys have told me to, but just personally, I've come up with something that I think is interesting, but it might be a little bit different to what I normally put out. I then get the same camp of people saying, oh, you've changed, you're not like you used to be, you're not for your old audience, you're now just for your new audience. And I just, sometimes I think, I don't know, I do not know what I can do. I don't know. So I think the crux of it, just talking about unboxings as well, some of you guys love unboxings. Some of you guys really do not like them. That you think it's showing off, it's ostentatious, it's frivolous. At the end of the day, all of these things are materialistic and frivolous, and none of these things are that important in the real world, are they? We are here for a little bit of escapism. And if I show you something, I do not think of it as showing off. I am showing it to you because you might be interested in it. Some things you will be, some things you won't, but you will get my honest reveal of it and everything else. You'll get my first impressions. You'll then get maybe one later down the line of telling you how I'm going with it, because I hope that helps you guys. Now, as I say, some people like that content, some people don't. If I do collaboration, some people really enjoy that because they're getting to see something and they're getting a discount code and they're just getting ideas of something that they may love. Other people find it terrible. It's absolutely terrible that I do sponsored content. So again, there is always a balance, that you can never, ever, ever please everybody. So my whole philosophy on this has to be, I am going to do content that I enjoy doing, and I hope that means that you guys enjoy it too. I hope that you guys come along for the journey. I am going to do what I think is the most authentic and I don't know, just the things that make me excited to watch. So if I think of things that I would love to watch, and then I try and make that type of content. So there we are. This is me. This is me. This is who I am. And if you are loving my content, then subscribe. Please subscribe. If you don't, then don't, and that's okay. I am not for you, but you don't need to watch. Just switch off. It's absolutely fine. So yeah, is there anything else I want to say? Just let's lighten up a bit. Enjoy the channel, enjoy what's going on. This is escapism. This is nothing to do with all the horrific things that are happening in the world right now. And we don't forget that those things are happening. We're just looking for a bit of entertainment, a bit of light relief, a bit of escapism. So take it for what it is. Bags are bags. They are just things. I love them. They mean a lot to me, but I know there's bigger things in this world. So when you watch me, you only see a snippet of who I am as a person. So please don't assume that there isn't more to me than bags, because there is. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on another one.